The shadow that watches. The sun had begun to set as Alima and her group returned to the palace. The golden light made the towers glow. But in her heart, Alima felt a strange chill. The village had welcomed her, yes. Her gift had saved a man, brought truth, and restored peace. But not everyone had rejoiced. As they left, she had seen one man standing apart from the crowd. His face was hidden beneath a hood, and his thoughts had been empty. Too empty, like silence that was forced, closed, protected. It wasn't fear or awe, it was resistance. He knows how to hide his mind, she thought. That night, sleep came slow. Her dreams were quiet for once. No Naya, no forest. Only darkness and a faint sense of being watched. The next morning, the palace was full of chatter. The king was holding a council meeting, and Alima was asked to attend. Inside the grand hall, nobles from different corners of Durham had gathered. They sat in rows, their robes colourful, their faces painted with expressions of importance. King Saiful rose. There have been disturbances across our land, he said. False accusations, fear, confusion, but my daughter, Princess Alima, has shown us a new way, a way of truth. Many in the room nodded. But we must also be cautious, the king added. This gift she carries is powerful, and power attracts danger. As he spoke, Alima scanned the room. Most minds were curious, admiring, respectful. But then she felt it, a coldness. Not from the words, but from a mind. A single noble sat still in the back row. He was tall, with sharp eyes and a cloak too heavy for the warm room. His name, whispered between tongues, was Lord Zadir, an advisor from the far eastern border. And when Alima reached out to his thoughts, nothing. It was as though he was made of stone. But not natural silence, this was something deliberate. His mind was locked. She narrowed her eyes. Later, in the hallway, she saw him again. He stood beside a pillar, looking out into the gardens. His hands were folded, but his stance was tense like a coiled snake. Alima walked past, slow and steady. As she passed him, he spoke without turning. Curious skill you have, princess. Reading minds, breaking secrets. She paused. I use it for justice, she said. He turned his head slightly, revealing a faint smirk. Justice, yes. But truth is a double-edged sword. When you reveal one person's lie, you threaten another's mask. Some masks are dangerous to remove. Alima met his gaze. Only those who have something to hide fear the light. Zadir chuckled softly. And only those who shine it without wisdom are blinded by their own flame. Then he turned and walked away. Alima stood still, heart pounding. That man knew things, dangerous things. And worse, he knew how to block her gift. Back in her room, she opened her journal and wrote, There are people in this world who wear silence like armor. They do not fear truth, they plan against it. I must be careful. Some shadows walk with purpose. In the weeks that followed, strange things began happening. A scroll was stolen from the palace library, one that spoke of ancient mind readers. A guard near the treasury fell ill after drinking from a flask someone left in his quarters. A royal pigeon, sent to deliver messages to the northern watchtower, disappeared without a trace. Each event seemed small, but together they whispered a single truth. Someone was working in secret. One night, Alima returned to her chamber to find her door slightly open. Her heart jumped. She stepped inside, careful and quiet. Nothing looked disturbed until she checked her journal. The bookmark had been moved. She flipped to the last page she'd written. A note had been left inside, written in bold red ink. Not all minds are meant to be read. Stay silent, stay safe, or you'll see what real fear feels like. She froze. It wasn't just a warning.